Well, guys, welcome to the D&D one shot. We are doing a pirate campaign, obviously, and just kind of give you like an overview of what's going to happen. There will be a section dedicated for some combat between two ships, but otherwise, we're going to have a lot of fun here. We're going to have a lot of ability checks, a lot of saving throws. I think a little bit more unorthodox, just because it's a one shot. I want to throw in as much to do as possible. So not a whole lot of exploration, but you'll get some RP heavy at the beginning just to kind of get familiar with the surroundings. To give a backstory for you, we say that the island you guys are starting on is like a hub for pirates. Now, it's been raided like a dozen times in the past, so people don't really do that anymore. It's more like they just kind of come here to get together. It's like a set off point into the rest of the ocean out there and the rest of the islands. So uh, people are generally pretty friendly here. There can be some banter. There can be some competition. It is what it is. Pirates are going to do what they're going to do. Navy and Marines don't really show up very often because they easily get overwhelmed, and this is just there's too many here. This is like a outlawed place, right? So kind of place you guys somewhere on that map. We'll say there is a tavern on the coast of that island. You guys are there. There's a bunch of commotion going on in the tavern because it's late at night. People are drinking, having fun. A lot of ships docked out on the deck out there on the beach. And let's say you guys know each other beforehand, and it's just the three of you, and you know that you can't make a pirate crew with just three people. So you want to go and meet other pirates, see if you can recruit some people or maybe join another crew. Either way, you want to set out and explore, and your adventure starts here. So say you guys walk into the tavern, you guys can set yourself up wherever. You can go and talk to some people, but I mean, just to kind of give you an image, there's a lot of people walking around talking. There's a piano in the back corner. Somebody's playing it. There's people dancing next to it. Everybody's having a lot of fun. Lots of people just kind of sitting, talking, arguing back and forth at the tables, up at the bar. Lots of bar maiden, stuff like that, or arg, whatever you think pirates would say.
All the args, yargs, and where's my foot?
Where's me foot? Yeah, something like that.
By the way, did you say you did have a map for this or don't? Because I just have a white blank canvas here.
I do not have a map because what I tried uploading just won't upload. So just think of like a common tavern that you would kind of sit in. It's basic. They're all basically the same.
Okay.
There's food being served and all that stuff. So I guess I should ask you guys, where do you want to set yourselves up at? Do you want to just be sitting around somewhere? Kind of just describe what you're doing. You just walk in.
Well, Tharmud is going to, in his egocentric, very exciting self, walk in and basically slap open the doors like old school saloon doors as hard as he can to just make as much noise, just to not say anything, and then just go sit down.
What do you think? Would that be? I think that'd be more performance, wouldn't it? Just to kind of like get everybody's attention. That's
or
not really an intimidating
intimidation.
move. I don't know. It's up to you.
Depending on what you're
Performance or
trying to do.
intimidation.
Your performance.
All right.
13.
All right. So a bunch of the people up close to you at the entrance are going to kind of take notice. You don't really stop what they're doing, but they all kind of like look over at you. And then one guy just goes, "Arg!" and the rest of them raid their mugs and go, "Arg!" and then they go back to drinking and doing whatever. So you got their attention. They know you're here.
I give them a wink and just sit down.
All right. Chris, Michael, who wants to go next?
My character Barkus, who's a small halfling, will try to not, show his presence, and he'll just find a nice, comfortable place in a corner to sleep and go and take a nap.
Okay, cool. There's a lot of noise going on, all that stuff. So you try to get some shut eye, just do whatever, kind of relax in the corner. People are kind of passing by because you're so small, they don't really see you. So one guy kind of bumps into you, all drunken and stumbling. He's like, "Oh, me bad, lad." And then he kind of spills some beer, some ale out of his mug onto your head.
That's fine. I'll wipe my face, lick it off my hand, and try to go right back to sleep.
All right. Chris, what are you up to?
What time is it about?
It is late at night. I'd say the sun has gone down at this point.
Gotcha. Wesley's been drinking all day and is still at the bar.
Okay.
Wesley,
so
the human cleric, is just passed out at the bar.
All right, that's about to ask. So you're kind of just slumped over. You're tuckered out. You've just been drinking all day.
All day.
And these two guys kind of come up and they sit next to you, and then not on the other side, but like they kind of just look over and he's like, "Hey, look at them! You got too much to drink." Eh? They start laughing and they're all really loud right next to you. They kind of nudge your shoulder a bunch. You react at all?
Tharmud is going to see that and see that his, somewhat crewmate Wesley is getting heckled, and he's going to walk up and wrap his right arm around him, acting like he's a little drunk, that he's just as drunk as what Wesley is, just barely standing. You haven't seen this man be able to drink as much as anyone else. I bet 1,000 coin that he can outdrink you in any game.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
It's at this point that Wesley has just woken up after the mood touching him. So now he's just like, huh?
17.
All right, so the guy's not entirely drunk yet, so he's kind of not willing to believe such ludicrous claims just yet. But his eyes kind of widen, and he looks back at his buddy, and they kind of go, oh, and then they look at you, and they go, all right, 1,000 gold it is, and then they pull out 1,000 copper pieces in a bag. They tell you it's 1,000 copper pieces at least, and they show you. And they say, all right, come on, sit up, let's drink.
Who are you?
Oh, your buddy here just told me that you could outdrink us. You gonna do it?
Yeah, maybe.
1,000 going.
So Tharmud's going to kind of put his hand in front. It's like, no, hold on. There is a tradition from my tribe. As you can tell by the ears, I am a half-elf. So, first, I need to warm you up. It is tradition to encourage your opponent as much as your own team. Now, please follow along with me. And Tharmud is going to try doing this hand movements just to kind of get, basically his attention as he's putting his other hand behind his head to see if he notices.
All
Do you
right.
want me to roll for that?
Yeah, go ahead and do a sleight of hand.
Oh, that was almost a 1. That sat there and trickled on that. That is going to be an 18.
All right, so
Okay.
what kind of trick are you performing here?
I'm just kind of moving around my hand, acting like I'm about to perform a trick while I'm just trying to keep him focused on my right arm while I'm moving my left hand behind his head to proceed to slam his head into the counter.
All right.
So that's how we're going.
He doesn't really notice what you're doing with your other hand, and before it's too late, his head goes boom into the desk, the counter there, and he's getting a bloody nose. He's like, "Oh, me nose! What happened?" And he looks at you, and he sees your arm, and he's like, "You son of a!" And then his buddy grabs his arm and says, "Hey, it's not worth it. You didn't lose anything. Come on." He's kind of pulling him away, trying to hold him back, and as he grabs the bag of coins.
I was about to ask, can I roll one more sleight of hand to just try to grab that really quick?
Go for it.
Ooh, and while he does that, I'm going to cast Guidance.
What does that
All
get?
right.
You can roll a d4 to add to your ability check.
Okay, so we'll do a d4. That is going to be a 22.
Wow. All right. Yeah. So, go ahead and see what I can get here. So,
Yoink.
we'll say that you both reach for the bag at the same time. So you're both kind of grabbing onto it. He obviously knew that you were going to grab for it. You grabbed it just as fast as he did. And so you're kind of just playing tug of war with this thing. And eventually the bag rips and the coins just go flying everywhere. And then everybody kind of just like cheers because like there's free money, and so everybody, like some of the pirates, start getting down on the ground, grabbing what they can. Some land in drinks, some land on people's heads, do whatever, and it seems to cause like quite a bit of commotion, caught some people's attention. You guys go to pick up any of the coins, anything like that?
No, while they're all scrambling, and I presume he is scrambling to get his coin back, I reach over and grab his beer that he was drinking, hand it to Wesley, and tell him, "I told you could drink more than him."
Hearing the commotion,
I like this. This is a great idea. I'm glad we did this.
Hearing the commotion, Barkus is gonna kind of wake up and run around to see if he can't pick any pockets of the people currently distracted by the coin on the ground.
All right. So you kind of run around. You want to go ahead and roll
I'll roll
stealth?
a stealth and sleight of hand.
Yeah, do that.
That's a 21 for stealth.
Mhm.
And then for sleight of hand, an 18.
Okay. So we'll just say that most people don't really notice you. They're kind of just like, really just like, there's a lot of commotion going on. Like, this is a very busy tavern. So you get away with, let's say, about like, I don't know, 50 gold in total, if you were to count it up. And let's say that you go to reach up to somebody sitting at a table, and then you realize that they just grabbed your hand and they saw you do that. And so they turn around, and it's this very dark-skinned fellow. He's actually very short, and there is a pig sitting right next to him by the chair. And so he kind of turns around and looks at you, and he's just got this like murderous glare. He's like, he doesn't say it, but he's like, "What the hell are you doing?" And then he kind of like goes to grab for his warhammer that's sitting on the pack of his pig, and he's gonna go ahead and try to hit you with it. Are you gonna move? Are you gonna stay there? What are you gonna do?
I'll just say, whoa, hold on there, sir. I think we can come to an agreement here. You seem like you know what you're doing, and I can hear your pig. Pig doesn't want to get into any trouble today.
Kane, can you make some pig noises for me? Yeah, that's basically what the pig sounds like. And it starts like running around in circles, and so the dude kind of stares at the pig, throws his hands up, goes, "Ah!" And then looks back at you and just goes, "Nah!" He's kind of upset. And so the other two people sitting at the table kind of lean forward and they're like, easy there. And you see this guy is wearing basically nothing for armor. But the other two guys, there's one decked out in like full set of armor and a shield, and the other guy's just kind of sitting there in like classic leather, a captain's hat. So he's got like the arrow, like the feather sticking out, and so they kind of like calm him down a little bit. And the guy who appears to be the captain kind of like looks at you and he goes, "Well, look at you. What have we got here? What's your name, fellow?"
Oh, my name's Barkus. I've noticed your friend here wasn't very happy with me, and I'll kind of slide 10 gold on the table towards him from what I pickpocket. And I'll just say, what brings you folks here?
Picks up the stack of coins, takes one out, and kind of flips it and catches it. And you can tell he's a half elf. He's got the ears sticking out to either side, and he's kind of got like a cockeyed, smug grin on his face as he looks back at you. Seems friendly enough, and he's just kind of like, "Wow, well, just me and my boys just kind of sitting around looking for some adventure, some coin to make. My name's Captain Vox. This here is Big Mike," and you can tell he's not really big. He's actually also a halfling. And so he goes, "That's Big Mike," but everybody around him calls him Finger because he ate somebody's finger.
Ah. I've eaten a few of my own fingers. And he holds up a hand and he's missing 2 of his fingers.
You want to roll intimidation for me?
Whoa. Dude, eating your own fingers, that's hardcore.
10.
He kind of just stares at you. And let's see what I get. Stares at you, and he's like a little uncertain, and then he just shakes his head. Okay, all right, whatever. I won't ask any questions. Over there, one in the armor, that's Lars, and he's hail. You can tell he's obviously not from around here. He's kind of a bumbling idiot, but he's big. So Vox looks back at you and he goes, "Well, like I said, we're just here for some coin, whatever. Looking hopefully to join up with some other people. We have a treasure map here," and he holds up a piece of paper, and he says, it's scrolled up, and he's like, "Yeah, we're looking to go out to this island that exists way out there, but can't do it alone. I mean, there's like a 1,000 pounds worth of this stuff, you know?"
I understand. In fact, me and a few of my friends here are looking for an adventure quite like that. The open sea and whatnot.
"Oh, is that so? Where are they? Who are they exactly?" And he kind of looks around, sticking his head up, looking for whoever you might describe.
It's the two bumbling idiots over there by the bar. And he'll kind of point his thumb backwards over his shoulder towards them and point out to my two unruly crewmates.
Yeah, Chris and Kane, you kind of, at this point, you kind of look around, realizing that you lost track of the little shit, and you see Michael sitting over there talking to a group of people, and he points you out. How do you guys react?
I kind of just do an awkward, wave. One of those things like, oh, God, it was him that pointed me out. Yeah, hey, I'm here, but, leave me out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I put
Chris, how
on
do you react?
Wesley has a big stupid grin on his face and is just waving, almost with his whole arm across the front of him. Very exaggerated motion.
Right. Lars seems pretty happy to see you. He kind of just does a big wave with his hand too, way over exaggerated. The halfling just kind of stares, just like just default face. And Captain Vox is kind of like, "Oh, okay, those are the fellas. Yeah, well, come on over." And kind of calls out to you two at the bar. He's just kind of raising his mug, motion for you to come over to the table.
I lean over to the barmaid and say, "Hey, that guy's going to buy me a drink. He already said it, so go ahead and put it on his tab."
"Oh, all right."
Make that 2.
You want to roll persuasion for me? Or deception?
Deception. Okay.
Underneath athletics.
10.
All right, you rolled higher.
Yes.
He just kind of is a little nervous, just like, "Okay, sure," and just kind of goes back to serving other people. And you guys head over to the Captain Vox's table.
Yep.
I get saunter over.
All right, so there's still a lot of stuff going on. Coins flying around all over the place. But you guys managed to get over to the table and sit down. And he can just raises his mug and he welcomes you, and so does Lars. And the halfling still just kind of stares like he's got some sort of issue. And basically, Captain Vox just kind of takes the rest of his beer, his ale, and he slams it down. And he says, "Oh, welcome you two. Who might you be? I'm Captain Vox."
Ah, Captain Vox. Nice to meet you. The name is Thermond.
All right, thermometer, and you.
Name's Wesley.
All right, West.
That's the direction.
Indeed, it is. All right, so he kind of just sets the mug aside and kind of just puts both of his hands on the table and says, "Well, boys, I have me, big man here, and little man there, and we're looking to go out on an adventure. You three want in?"
What kind of adventure we talking?
I'm talking about the kind where there's a treasure map. We're going to find lots of money. That'll set us up for life. It's called Treasure Island.
Could be lucrative.
Can I roll history to see if I know anything about Treasure Island?
Yeah, go for it.
That's a 21 with a nat 20.
Holy. Okay. So basically,
It's fake.
there's a
He's
lot,
gonna molest us.
there's a lot of islands out there that people claim to be Treasure Island, but you know that there's an actual myth out there where it was sort of like this lost city, and it had a different name before, but then they think it sunk. They think it just got lost off the map. Something happened. It got erased, and people have been searching for it ever since because they know they call it a city made out of gold. You know, there was a lot of treasure hidden there, just buried everywhere. And it's a myth, but some people still believe in it, and now it is called most days Treasure Island.
Yeah,
Um,
the myth of Piglantis.
Piglantis. There
Yeah.
you go. So he kind of like flashes a little scroll he just got in his hand. Now, I have a piece of the puzzle to get to Treasure Island. Right? I have a place on the map. I have somewhere to go. We just gotta go to that island and see if we can find the treasure. Simple as that. Very dangerous though. Probably gonna run into a bunch of problems. But I'm sure it'll be fun. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Where
Yeah.
did you find-
Thamud doesn't think this guy's 100% all there, and so he's probably gonna get a pretty easy payday. So he's kind of, yeah, let's go.
Oh, well, they're in, I'm in. Whatever.
So, do you have a ship, or do we need to acquire one?
Oh, well, kind of looks around, like scratching the back of his head. See, we had a ship, and then, somebody took it. So, we were kind of just waiting around to see if we could get somebody to help us.
I
Not to.
understand. There's no need to worry. You see, I used to work for the SSA, or the Ship Safety Administration. It's very easy to find some rambling group of bumbling idiots and tell them that their ship needs to be taken in for repairs. And then you sail off with their ship because they're idiots.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. I think that's what happened to us before. Whatever, doesn't matter.
And you said your name was what?
Captain Vox of the Vox Pirates. Yeah,
Hmm.
kind of does jazz hands. You can tell he's pretty awkward how he does things.
I'm
But
gonna kind of lean over to thermometer there and whisper, "I may or may not have taken this man's ship before."
Well, do you still have it?
No.
God, you were useless.
Well, you remember where I got that massive amount of coin before we had our party? May or
Yes.
may not have sold their ship.
So you had a ship at one point, knowing that we were trying to create our own little thing here, and you willingly sold it for booze.
And food.
I would have been sold at the booze.
Yeah,
I
I
know.
was like, I don't see anything wrong with what he did.
No, not at all. All right. So, Mr. Vox, do you agree to give us, let's say, a 75% cut if we can cut you a ship?
you want to go ahead and roll persuasion for me?
I'll give him the help action. He can roll it with advantage.
Persuasion. I just had it. There it is. That is going to be a mighty 12.
With the help action?
Yes. I rolled a nat 1. Nat 1 or a 10.
All right. Well, he rolled higher than you, so he's gonna go ahead and think about it and go. We can do. Oh, I don't know, guys. What are you thinking? And I looks at Lars. Lars just kind of shrugs, and the halfling just kind of looks at him, looks at you three, looks back at him, and then shrugs too. So Captain Fox was like, "All right, fine, 50-50. How about that? There's three of us, three of you."
All right. I suppose.
All right, adventure. And he seems pretty excited to get this underway. So,
Before we leave, I would like to ask the pig a few more questions about the strength of this crew. Know if there's any secrets to be had.
you want to talk to my pig? Like, finally, the halfling speaks, and he kind of just stares at you.
I want to Eldritch Blast the pig.
I'll blast the pig.
I don't think you even know Eldritch Blast.
No, I do not.
Okay, so the pig's just kind of running around at this point, and it stops. He grabs the pig by like the reins and kind of like hops on it, and he kind of just like stares at you. He's a mighty, like about 4 feet tall, sitting on that pig, and he just kind of stares at you. He's like, "What do you want to ask my pig?"
Just a few things. I'll be quick. Don't worry. I'm rolling animal handling. I got a 9.
All right, so the pig kind of just a little bit unruly being next to you. He pulls the reins and gets under control, and it clearly just doesn't want anything to do with you right now. And he's like, "Piggy don't like you. Leave Piggy alone, or I smash whammy."
All right. Perhaps later.
And Captain Vox is just kind of like, he's hot-headed. Yeah,
Stupid.
That too. the halfling looks back at him and goes, "What did you say?" And he kind of like reins up the pig, and the pig goes, "Wah!" and makes an unholy noise, and he pulls out the warhammer. Yeah, like that. And Captain Fox is like, nothing. Let's get a move on. So, you guys walk out of the tavern, and you go down to the docks, and a lot of ships sitting there. There's a rowboat. There's a small ship. There are a couple of medium ships, but one of them, they're both being kind of like, they both have people on them. One has less, just because there's like a couple sticking on the ship and like, unloading some stuff. Maybe it's just barrels and crates. While the other one seems to be kind of like getting ready to like leave. So, what do you guys do?
Thamud's gonna look as all right, follow my lead. He's gonna go grab a barrel and start walking on the ship that's loading all the stuff.
Yeah, I pick up a barrel and I follow.
Okay. So, basically, this ship is just kind of like I don't know what you would call like a medium-sized ship, just because I haven't looked at ships in so long. But I mean, it has like 2 cannons on either side. It's got the sails. It's got upper decks on either side. But I mean, there's not like a whole lot going on here. It just kind of seems like, it has people on it. Maybe it has like some stuff down below, but that's about it. And so they're pulling stuff up from down below and, bringing it onto shore. And it's just about like 3 guys. And you can tell these guys are kind of like the Three Stooges, because one of them doesn't, they have like a small patch of hair on the top, and their head's just kind of shaped like a pear. And they got like 2 front teeth sticking out, right? The other guy has got like an eye patch in one eye, and then the other eye is just kind of like cross-eyed, so he's not really like looking at you. And the third guy actually seems decently normal until he kind of turns around and he's got like a little baby hand sticking out of his chest. Like, it's not, there's no arm, there's nothing. It's just like, a small hand sticking out of his chest. It's whatever. And they're kind of like bumbling idiots, just because like one will hand a crate to the other will open it. The third guy's gonna slap him with the baby hand, and then he takes the crate away and throws it on the shore. And some of these crates and barrels are kind of getting destroyed. And I mean, it's like it's an amazing feat that they were even let onto this ship.
So we've got the 3 Stooges. You've got the other 2 Stooges walking up onto the ship. And I'll just kind of stand back with
here, to be honest.
Stand back with Captain Vox and tell him, yeah, I think we could swindle these people out of their ship. I mean, not commandeer. Take their ship in for safety purposes.
Oh, safety purposes. Yeah, that's it. So who's going up to the ship? Is it Chris and Kane?
Yes.
I believe so currently.
Just trying to look
Okay.
like we belong.
Okay. Well, Captain Vox is kind of interested to see what you guys can do, so he's going to kind of stand back with the rest of his crew, and they're all going to kind of watch you walk up to the dock, up to the ship there. And these three idiots are just doing whatever, and then one that has like a pear-shaped head kind of sees you, does a double take, and he kind of just like starts. He stands up straight, and see he goes to salute, but instead he kind of like hits himself in the head, so he kind of recoils a little bit. And the other two are just kind of like staring at him, and they see you, and they think you're like a boss or something like that, so they kind of like stand up straight and do like the salute as well. Even the baby hand does a little salute across the chest.
Just this little fucking hand. Just.
Calling him baby hand.
We've rolled into a creature.
Yeah, so they see you guys coming up. What do you guys do?
I turn around and look at Wesley and look back at the guys and say, as you were, peasants, you're doing a fine job, especially you, baby hand.
Who are you calling baby hand?
You, baby hand.
Oh, he kind of gets sad because he's kind of embarrassed about it. You can tell this was kind of like something magical that happened, and he's nothing that he could have really done about it. He's kind of sad and upset. He kind of hangs his head over really dramatically, and the pear-shaped guy goes, "Who are you?"
We are the ship captains.
I'll kind of look at each other and look back at you. Captains of what?
This ship,
What ship?
the one you're on.
I'm on a ship.
You are. Did you mean to be on the dock?
Looks at the dock, looks back at the ship, looks at the dock. And he kind of just sits there and just like holds that monotone.
Okay,
So he's
well-
not responding.
Well, obviously, you guys were meant to be on the dock and loading the ship. Instead, you were unloading the ship onto the dock. So why don't you guys take a step down these planks and pick up all those barrels and toss them back on the ship?
But we were getting paid to take stuff off, weren't we?
Yeah, stuff off the dock.
Kinda
See,
looks up,
You already
steps over to the
completed your
side of the
job.
ship. Oh, really?
Yes, and you just got confused halfway through and started unloading again.
You want to roll deception for me?
I suppose. Yes! That's a 19.
All right, so the pear-headed guy is gonna start stepping on the dock, as well as the other guy, and baby hand there kind of grabs them both by the collar and yanks them back. He goes, "Now wait just a second. We promised money after we're done. You're telling me we got to do this again to get more money? Or what's going on?"
You did it wrong, so you're going to get money when you do it right.
When we put stuff on the ship,
Yes.
even though we brought the ship here and we're supposed to take stuff off, right?
Yes, exactly.
A little dumbfounded, and he just kind of blinks a few times.
Seeing this commotion, I'm going to look at Captain Vox and tell him I think we're clear to go on to our ship now.
All right.
And I'm assuming Captain Vox is dressed to be a captain, correct?
Oh yeah.
So.
He's, flashily designed. He's got like not like a brigandine, but what you would expect for like the times.
Yeah.
It's like a nice suit almost mixed with leather armor. So he kind of just looks at you and he goes, "Yeah, aye." And then he kind of motions for the rest of his crew to follow, and so you guys step up to the ship. And at this point, Baby Hand and his other two comrades kind of see you guys. And he's like, "Oh, fine." And they kind of hop off and go down to start grabbing the stuff and throw it back onto the ship. Not very good at it either. In fact, they still keep on breaking stuff, but At this point, they get most of the stuff back on board, and you guys can start getting on the ship, doing whatever.
Yeah,
And
I
I'd
want to
say-
make sure there's nobody else on the boat. Anyone who's more competent than
stowaway.
those three.
No, there is nobody else more
Okay.
competent.
I'll check the galley for rations. Make sure we have enough for a trip, otherwise we'll need to make a stop.
All right. You go down and you check for rations, and you see some of the standard stuff, like a lot of salted meats, oranges, lots of oranges, and
Lots of oranges.
at one point you see like discs of meat, and you can kind of see on some of them there are tails,
Discs of meat.
like hockey pucks. But I mean, pirate wouldn't know what a hockey puck is, so I don't know. They're round
Unless
shaped.
they were Canadian pirate, in which case they might.
Yeah, doused in maple syrup. It's like little like oval shaped things of meat, and there's like tails sticking out of them. You're not really sure what it is. Let's see. You want to go ahead and roll investigation?
I think I'll leave it for now. It doesn't seem like it's anything that'll kill us.
All right, sure.
And quite frankly, I think Barkus would rather not know what he's eating.
Most pirates don't.
That's why they eat in the dark.
True. So
What I can't see can't hurt me.
you guys are onto the ship, and you're getting uncomfortable. And at this point, three stooges are coming back up the dock, and then they see another group of pirates. Some of them are drunk, doing whatever, and they're starting to come back to the same ship. And they see them, and they see you, and they go, "Wait a second!" And then they go over to the group of pirates, and they see you guys, and they start running towards the ship.
Okay, hold
What do
on.
you guys do?
Is the boat currently moored? Like anchored?
Yeah, they threw down an anchor, and that's about it.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you guys wanted to get this ship going pretty quick, you could roll, like, athletics. You could roll... I mean, athletics altogether as, like, a group. I mean, that would do fine. Or survival.
Right.
Do
I'll roll-
athletics.
I'll roll strength by myself to pull up the plank for docking.
Yeah, because the other three you can obviously tell they don't notice this at all. They're kind of, like, exploring the rest of the ship, so it's just you three.
That's a 25.
Okay, and you said you were pulling up the plank for the dock?
Yep.
Okay, so you pull it onto the ship. You guys are still anchored. And you gotta get the sails going.
I rolled a
Yep,
14 on my athletics.
All right, Kane, what are you gonna go do?
I am going to ninja crawl and, 17 backflips and, just looking the most badass as possible and open up a window in the captain's chair.
What? A window in the captain's chair?
Yeah, the captain's quarters.
But he forgot to see that the deck wasn't fully swabbed, and he slips on some water and falls over. Take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
You didn't roll perception.
Yeah, so how many sails are there on the boat? Is it just like one sail, or is it like...
It's one mast, and then I'd say there's like two main sails and like two sails on either end for turning.
Okay, yeah. I want to run over and lower the main sails.
All right, so wind starts to
point
blow a
up
little
the
bit. And you guys have the plank up. Do you guys get the anchor up? I'd say the pirates are just about running onto the dock now.
When I'm in the captain's room, I'm looking for is there any sort of mechanism to lift up the anchor, or we just have to
There's
fucking
13.
raw arm it?
You're gonna have to raw arm it.
Okay.
Mission.
Yeah.
Then it's
go
time to
raw
go
arm.
sprint out and pick up the anchor.
Okay. You guys want to roll a strength check?
16.
I will also roll strength. You'll have to give me 1 second.
Yep.
That is a 27 for strength.
Jeez.
Okay.
3.
So the halfling kind of walks over to the rope and just like pulls it up with one arm, and the ranger kind of is like, tugging on it, going, and then he gets thrown across the deck as he's just like flailed with the rope because he's still holding on to it. And Chris is just kind of like stepping back, like, whoa, okay. So the anchor's up on board, and you guys set sail.
Okay. How fast are we getting away from dock? Is the wind blowing very hard, or is it just kind of...
It's starting to pick up a little bit, but I'd say a couple of the pirates could probably make it on board if you're not ready for that.
I want to run up, like up onto the main, like where the wheel is.
Yep.
So I'm behind the sail, and I want to cast Gust. Gust
All right.
of wind forward.
So that's
There's
just like a
60
huge...
feet long line of wind blasts from me.
Awesome. So the ship just kind of like blows forward. It's cruising. It's going like super fast now as it kind of lifts up almost on the front end and then sits back down. Lots of momentum just gained, and you see some of the pirates leap towards the ship, and then they don't notice that it just sailed off so fast, and they fall into the water. And that's about where they end. And you guys are on the sea now.
If you look at what I just sent you, Aaron, there's a good map for exactly what kind of ship you described.
Okay, cool. So you guys are kind of getting used to the ship. Do you guys do anything on the trip there before we get into something else? So you guys want to go talk to the other crew members?
I
Or you
think
just want to get right into the next encounter?
none of us have eaten while we were at the tavern, except for maybe the other 3 that we have with us. So I'll start
I did.
looking around for something to
In
cook.
my day drinking, I ate plenty of food.
Then it looks like I'm cooking for me and Thermometer.
Yeah,
That would
Wesley's
be the
gonna
truth.
kneel on the main deck of the ship and kind of kneel in silent prayer as we're casting off.
It's, what is it, Theron?
Me?
Yeah.
Theron.
Theron.
Thermond.
Thermond, okay, because otherwise I was going to stick with Thermometer for now.
So as Wesley's sitting there in silent prayer with his eyes closed, he's just gonna hear the sound of like an apple crunch behind him. Just what you doing there?
Do you have to eat on the main deck right now?
As opposed to anywhere else?
Yes. Like maybe overboard or something? I don't know.
I don't know. Why don't you go test out the waters for me?
Nah, I'm okay.
You know that shit's fake, right?
What's fake?
Your whole prayer shit. Ain't no one out there listening for you.
Oh no, I can guarantee you there's people out there listening.
No one cares.
I'm listening. I don't
Yeah.
care, but I'm
At
listening.
this point, Lars, the guy in big plate armor, will step out onto the deck and he goes, "That is false." And he kind of raises one hand up and he looks up to this guy. "I pray to a god, for they have given me power." And he steps over to Chris's character and kneels and starts to pray as well.
What you doing there, Lars?
You want to? You want to just roll a d20 for me and tell me what you get?
Sure. Hold on, my phone closed. 6.
Okay, he's a little bothered, but he's not really paying attention to you. He's able to keep his concentration. You can tell he furrowed his brow in annoyance. Captain Vox is kind of sitting up there at the wheel, and he's kind of cruising. It doesn't really look like he knows what he's doing, but he kind of does at the same time. He's a little weird like that. And the halfling is just kind of like staring out at sea with the pig, like also clambered up to sea. And, it's starting to become daytime. I don't know if you guys slept or whatever, but you guys have eaten. It's just kind of traveling. You guys do anything else on your way there?
I was just kind of gonna. Tharmood's gonna keep pestering. Tharmood or not Tharmood. Is gonna keep.
Tharmood's gonna pester himself.
But is gonna keep pestering Lars and Wesley of just trying to make fun of them as much as he can, just to piss him off. Mm-hmm. Like he's gonna go downstairs to the galley and grab an orange and sit there and just start like playing fucking tetherball with it. It's like hitting it on the deck first and watching it jump up and hit Lars in the back of the head and catches it again.
Like a racquetball.
Yeah, racquetball. I couldn't think of what it was called.
Playing with it like a hacky sack.
Exactly. Then every time he turns around, Tharmood's just going to be sitting there looking over the ocean. Just.
All right, so you do it another time.
To the point where he definitely knows.
And
prove it.
Lars just kind of stands up and he goes, "My brother, cease." And he's just like very thunderous and loud with his motions and his words. And he's just kind of upset at this point. He's like, "I want to travel in silence."
Okay. Wish granted. And I'm assuming he's going to turn back around and go back to praying.
Yep.
Can I roll stealth to go hook a fishing line to his underwear?
Yeah, roll stealth and sleight of hand.
That is going to be a 22 stealth. And an 18 sleight of hand.
Okay, give me 1 second. So roll his perception. Okay, he rolled a 2. So he has absolutely no idea that you're doing all this. And you can tell that the halfling is kind of picked up on it, and he's watching it. So is Captain Vox. And they're kind of just watching you move.
I am rolling out a bunch of fishing line to the point where I'm almost to the stairs in the back of the ship and tie it to an arrow and then just pull it back and launch it into the sea.
Okay, so the arrow goes flying out to the sea, and you just hear, ah! And he's pissed. He kind of stands up and grabs both his buttocks and kind of hops around, and he's looking around to see who did this. And he sees you, and he goes, "You! What have you done?"
Wasn't me, big man. I'm all the way back here.
He kind of stares at the fishing line that you tied to his butt, and he sees it kind of careen off to the ocean. He's looking back up at you. He goes, "Really?" All right, go ahead and roll persuasion or deception for me.
Okay. Come on, big money.
Big money.
3.
Okay, he sees through it. Obviously, he just kind of starts marching over to you, and at this point, he's getting ready to kind of wind up a fist, just hit you, and then Captain Vox goes, "Ship sighted!" And he kind of calls for the rest of you as there's another ship starting to head right for you guys,
Ship ahoy!
just full sail. You can tell that it's another group of pirates, and they see you. You're on a big ship. They probably think you have something that's worth it, and there's not a lot of people. Whereas they have a lot of just mooks, just smaller guys run around to do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna go ahead and start sailing up next to you, and they're gonna start throwing grappling hooks onto your ship. Go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Yes. $14.
14. Okay.
I have a 7.
Okay. 7.
12.
12. All right. Let's see. Lars is gonna get. I think that was an 11. 15. Okay. And a 3 for Vox. So that adds up to 9. Okay. All right, and then I'll go ahead and see where the rest of the guys place. Okay. So, write that down real quick. So the barbarian halfling, Mike, kind of sees this happening, and he gets like a big old grin on his face. Yeah,
Voice.
voice. I know. uh, and he runs over, and he's gonna go ahead and start kicking off some of those grappling hooks. He's not able to get all of them on his turn, but he's able to get like 2 or 3 of them. And we'll go ahead and okay, so the enemies are up next, and so you can see some of them starting to dive off the ship, and they're gonna start swimming out to you guys. And a couple of them are using the ropes on the sails to swing over, and they're able to cross the gap. So we're gonna say, if I can get this to actually look nice, let's say there's about like 3 guys that show up on board, and they're not really gonna be able to do anything, but they're here.
Which ship is
And
ours? Bottom or top?
your ship will be bottom.
Okay.
And we'll move next to Kane.
Doesn't that make it a sub?
What?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that was the most dumb fucking joke I've ever heard.
It's not like you can do any better.
All right. So, is there any guys actively crossing on the ropes?
So 3 of the guys swung over on ropes to go onto the board, and the rest of them are like using the grab. Some of them are like the guys in the background are using like their the grappling hooks to like pull you guys closer. And let's say 2 of them are jumping out into sea. So that leaves 3 on their ship, 2 out in the sea, and then 3 on your ship.
Okay, I'm going to roll perception to see if any of them look discernibly more to worry about than any of the others.
We'll just say there's one big guy near the captain's helm, and he's mostly a bit bigger, obviously in command. He's shouting orders at the rest of them. He seems to be the captain. Otherwise, now everybody else is just kind of like run-of-the-mill pirate. They got the bandanas, scimitars at their belts, doing whatever, and yeah. So the 3 guys that hopped up on board, they seem to be normal as well.
Okay, where are we at?
Yeah, I was like, I just made a little token for myself because I didn't know where we were.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and just draw a token wherever you would think you'd be at prior to this.
I'm getting kind of confused on the squares. Are we going off the squares on the boats or the squares on D&D Beyond? Or this isn't D&D Beyond.
We'll go. Give me 1 second as I gotta fix my circle again.
How do I draw the circle?
Use the circle tool.
If you go
How'd you get
to,
yours filled, though?
you pick
there's
another
2 colors.
color. Yeah, whatever you want your middle color to be.
Ew.
So I did a black outline against the...
I will be
Entire
below deck.
Okay.
Okay, I would say I was probably up here under the wheel. Not all the way up on main deck, but...
God damn it.
You said this one looked like he was the captain, right?
Yeah, that's the one he said.
Okay.
Okay, well, he's getting shot.
Oh, I got something funnier. But yeah, you can shoot him first.
All right. So this light green one here is Lars. The red one is Captain Vox, and the blue one over here is Mike.
Gotcha.
So dark blue. Who's that?
Oh, this is me.
It's Chris.
Chris. Okay. And then light green is, or lime is Kane, right?
Yep.
And then the last one is
Iowa State colors are me. So
Okay.
Just gonna say, Kane, you're gonna like my plan.
All right, 22 to hit, big man.
Okay, that hits. Roll for damage.
That is going to be 12 damage.
All right. Let's see here. Do, 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 do. Did I drop 3, 5, 6, 7, 8? Okay. And you said how much damage?
12.
All right. We'll put him there. Okay,
Throw
and
rocks at him.
let's
At him.
here, Chris, you're up next.
Okay. So, Wesley, knowing how pirates are, is going to run up to the edge of the ship here using about, like 10 feet of movement.
Yep.
And then with Spell Sniper, I'm going to cast as a cantrip Thorn Whip to hit the captain. It has a range of 60 feet.
Okay, give me 1 second here. You said you were going to cast Thorn Whip at the captain?
Mhm.
Okay. And what does that spell do exactly?
I got it's just to hit.
Okay. Did you roll yet?
Yeah, 15.
That does not hit.
Okay. Okay. And then with my bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and cast as a second level spell Spiritual Weapon. And summon that. That little box has a range of 60 feet. And it kind of, I pull out my mace, and then like a coral encrusted kind of blue shimmering version of the mace kind of splits off like a shadowy, almost like a duplicate of it, and it floats over to the guy on deck, and it cracks him right across the face. That's a 12.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Sweet. I'll take that. Where's my D? Oh, there we go. 7 damage.
All right, and which guy were you hitting?
This guy. I'm using this little blue thing.
Oh, the guy right next to you. Okay.
Yeah. This is my hammer. I went.
All right, and you said how much damage?
7.
All right.
7
Cool.
force damage. I don't know if that matters to you at all.
Nope, not at all.
Cool.
Okay, Chris. Okay, now it is Lars' turn. Lars is gonna also move over to that guy, and we'll just have him roll with his sword. And okay, he's gonna hit for both times. Roll the damage for him. So 7. Okay, 15 damage, and so that guy dies. He gets basically just like cut down, and he just
Let's go.
falls over. Go ahead and remove him, and that will be his turn. All right. See here, Vox is gonna go next. So Vox sees all this going on. Let's see what I gave him. All right. One second while I pull up the weapons real quick. All right. So he's also going to take aim at the other captain and make a roll to hit on him. Okay, that hits. And let's see here. Okay, he does that much damage to him. And that is the end of his turn. Well, he's going to step down onto the deck with the rest of you guys as he starts moving towards to get engaged with the rest of them. Let's see here, Michael.
All right. Being that I was under deck, I'm gonna go over to one of the cannons on the side, and I wanna try and shoot this guy out of the water with the cannon.
All right.
Oh my god, that's fucking awful.
Do you have proficiency with water vehicles at all?
Um, let me
Didn't think about that.
check. Technically, this is a cannon, but I don't think I do.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you go ahead and just roll a d20 and add your dex modifier to it?
Roll a d20 and add my dex.
Yep, your dex modifier.
Okay. So that, and then my dex mod is a +1, so that's a 19.
Okay. You hit the guy in the water. Go ahead. Let's see how much. I don't know. Roll 2d10. All right. Deal 8 damage. All right. So that guy kind of gets, just shot in the side with a cannonball, pretty close range, and he's just kind of like, he's cursing and he's like fumbling around in the water and stuff like that. And he got hit pretty hard, pretty bad, but it was close range enough to the point where it didn't seem to hurt too much, and the water slowed it down.
All right.
All
And
right.
can I use my extra attack to throw a spear,
Yeah.
or rather a javelin? Kind of back the cannon up from when it's shot, and then I'll grab one of my javelins and
Peek your head out and just
throw that out.
Okay.
It's a
Go ahead and make an
14.
attack. Yep, that hits. Roll damage.
8 more damage.
I
More
forgot I
damage.
had
Okay,
extra.
to the same guy.
Yep.
All right. All right. He's hurting pretty bad, but he's gonna keep on swimming. He's, not doing too great.
Spear fishing.
Spearfishing. That's awful. That poor guy.
yeah, dude, hit with a cannonball while he's swimming, and then a javelin stuck in his shoulder.
Well, hopefully, he can
Just
bring my
give up.
javelin back to me.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
bring it on board.
Okay.
Oh, no. Oh, I see what's going on. I was like, whoa, what does the 3 mean?
It's just gonna help me.
Yeah. No, I get you.
Then I will draw letters for these guys. So, Mike, say
Wazowski.
Lars, and Fox.
I like how all the names
Okay.
progressively move to the
That's
right.
about as best as that's gonna fit. Michael, you said you're still under deck.
Yep.
Okay. Don't know. Let's see here. We go back to Mike, the other halfling barbarian, and so he's gonna turn to this guy that's on board and use his warhammer.
His name's Mike.
Let's go ahead.
Just realize what you did.
All right, so he's kind of like he enters rage and he's a little upset, but his rage kind of causes him to miss, and so he slams it into the side of like the ship, and then he goes to hit again, and this time the guy just kind of jumps over it, and so he misses again. I think that should do it for him. The enemies. Let's see here. So this guy's gonna get on board. This guy's gonna get on board. And it's at this point, I'm not going to move the map, but your ships are being pulled closer and closer together. So now there's about like a 10-foot gap between you guys in the water. So we'll just go ahead and write big letters. Yep. Because I know it's hard to see or guess that with the way that the map works. Let's see here. So we had 4 get on board. So this guy's gonna come up to Mike. Number 3 got on board, so he's gonna walk over to Lars. Let's have him roll. Okay. So 6. He deals some damage to him. And then these 3 are all going to take a swing at Mike. So we'll go ahead and roll those 3d20s for those guys. So they all just going to start wailing into this guy. Let's see here. Okay. So they all managed to hit Mike, and they're all just kind of like starting to wail into him, and he doesn't really seem to be too bothered by it. He's still upset. And finally, this guy, the big man, he's gonna pull out his pistol, flintlock pistol, and he's gonna aim it at let's see here, Kane, and let's have him roll for that.
I'll allow it.
Hey. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and miss. It's a fat miss. These guys are still pulling in the ship, so they're so busy. And that is the end of the enemy's turn. And let's go next to Kane.
Okay, I'm definitely going to do more because I forgot I had 2 attack actions last time. So
Yeah.
I'm going to hit the guy that's getting hit. Well, that's like being mean to Lars there. Because
Okay.
Lars is my new friend.
Mean to Lars.
The first one misses.
I'll allow it.
13 hit.
That's a miss.
Damn, dude, I rolled a nat 1 and a fucking 4.
Yikes.
All right, I'm going to move.
Okay.
And now I'm done.
Okay. Next we go to Chris.
My bow is
All right.
150 feet of range, so I can pretty much hit anyone from anywhere.
Yeah, pretty much. Especially since you have an elevated position too, shooting down onto deck. Yeah, okay. I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. So, since now the ships are closer, yeah, I'm going to just cast Thorn Whip on the captain again. And so Wesley throws his hand out, and like a rope almost made out of like kelp seaweed with a bunch of little pieces of coral sticking out of it.
Yep.
Go and try to wrap around the captain.
Okay.
15 again.
That's a miss.
Okay, cool. Well, since Lars is going to go fight that guy, I'm going to then move my spiritual weapon 20 feet.
Okay.
So the mace kind of floats over. And now I want to hit the captain in the back of the head because now he's upsetting me.
All right.
So Wesley kind of pantomimes a swing with his mace. And then
Yep.
the spiritual copy does it again. 14.
Miss.
Cool. That's my turn.
All right.
Fantastic.
I have a +7 to hit.
Jeez. All right, so Lars is going to go ahead and try to wipe number 3 off the board here.
Come on, Lars. Come on, Lars.
Does Lars still not have any pants on?
He didn't have time to put on underwear.
So he's
yeah,
just
his
full
armor.
on.
He's just freeballing it.
Yeah,
now.
he's full on easy breezy cover girl.
he's got fitted armor. All right, it'll keep it from being hurt, but
He's got pants, but
he
there's
feels a
nothing
breeze.
I mean, we're
I just
pirates.
imagine his fucking armor in the back is like a fucking G string just in between his cheeks.
It's chafing really hard now.
Oh, it's all rough.
His
desert.
pirate shitty ass is sitting there getting
Shitty
rubbed out.
pirate ass.
All right, yeah. So Lars is going to go ahead and kill the pirate in front of him. He also puts him to rest, and he's going to go ahead and
I can't hit with a +7. This is retarded.
see if we can move him across deck if it'll freaking let me. But yeah, that's basically his turn. Let's see here. Who's up next? Vox. God, I can't move this freaking shape, dude. Delete it.
Did you just delete Lars?
He died. He had a heart attack.
No.
When Bowerward killed.
Lars.
Yeah, it turns out the captain was a level 17 wizard.
What he didn't know
How can I
was
not
that
hit him?
what he didn't
How does he-
realize is that my arrow was shot so powerful it went around the world and just came back and hit him in the head. In death, he was reunited with his underwear.
Okay, you get the idea.
It was the underwear arrow that came back, yeah, and just
All right, so Vox here.
ties him up.
Let's see what he can do. He's gonna run up and use all his movement to get over number 8. And let's go ahead, roll 2d, just the 1d20. Well, okay, we'll use his bonus action to swing. And he hits. So d6, and then so 21. 24. All right. So he basically just runs up and he slaughters this other guy. Like he misses the first swing. He looks around, wonders if anybody saw that. Uses the other sword and stabs the guy in the back and kills him. So we'll go ahead and remove number 8 there. We can. All right. That will be his turn. Michael.
All right. I'm gonna go over to the other cannon because I remember you said there were 2 cannons.
Yeah.
And number 5. Yeah, I don't like you. We're gonna try and hit him with a cannon again. You want the D20 plus Dex again?
Yeah.
So that's a
Get
12.
That's a miss. It kind of just
Aw.
hits the ship, but doesn't hit the guy. And he's a little shaken up, but he's like, he kind of shrugs and just kind of like keeps pulling the rope and the grappling hook to get the ship closer. You got anything else with your turn?
I'll reload the cannon.
All right. Okay, let's see here. Have you ever loaded a cannon before?
No, but I can figure it out.
Please let it misfire in his face like the fucking Looney Tunes. He just has a
Looney
black
Tune.
noodle, like a lit match just left for a head.
Yeah, go ahead and roll D20. Roll with disadvantage. Just a
What do you
D20.
want? What do you want me to roll? Just a D20.
Just a D20. You can add your int mod if you want.
So
13.
it's a 13 plus my int mod of 1, so a 14.
All right. It's loaded. You think it's loaded? It's
I might have put the cannonball in backwards, but
you put in a bowling ball instead of a cannonball.
You put
Okay.
all the gunpowder in the front of the cannon, the cannonball in the back.
Yeah, so you think you got it. You're like, yeah, whatever. That works fine.
Just gonna propel the cannon into his chest.
All right. And we're going to switch over to Mike, and he's getting, bombarded, doing whatever. And
I'm just realizing what you did. Mike.
yes, he is the kid named Finger.
The other barbarian, right?
Yep.
Yep, that's perfect.
I can't believe it took you that long. Oh my god. All right. Let's see here. It's gonna go ahead and reckless attack. Number 4 right there.
I don't know, Walt.
Oh my god! 2 nat
Whoa.
ones, 3
3 natural ones, dude.
in a row, dude.
Wow, that's rough, dude.
We're gonna say he deals. He deals four. He deals 2 damage to himself because of resistance, but because he just crit failed so hard, I wanted to roll a d4 to see. He basically just swung and missed and hurt himself, and he
Threw out a shoulder.
he did the most damage he could have on hurting himself. So it's still only 2, but yeah, he epically fails. He is
3 natural ones, man. I thought my rolls were bad.
dude, he's getting pissed. Okay. So the enemies just kind of like laugh, and they're gonna go ahead and start throwing swings at him back. And they both hit.
This fight's just been Jesse beating the shit out of his own NPCs. Except the one guy that I killed round 1. Well, and it was me and fucking Lars.
All right, so they hit Mike.
Hey, I helped. I was looking beautiful.
At this point, the ships are connected together now, so they're side by side, and they throw down
So
anchors.
that guy's like 5 feet from me, right? That captain.
Yeah, so
His doom approaches.
let's see here. We go ahead and group these guys so that I can move this closer. Yeah, something like that. It's really hard to get them any closer than that. But you get the idea. So, let's go ahead and not do that.
Just delete them from the universe.
I just pretend they're on the ship, and they're right next to you guys. So, see these 2 guys. We're gonna go ahead and step up, and one of them's gonna try and take a swing at Vox, and this guy's gonna step up and also take a swing at Mike. Okay.
NPC Battle Royale.
They both hit. So let's see here. Takes that much
He has
damage.
the map. Wait a minute.
Takes that much damage. Okay. And then the big man is just going to kind of see you. And he's going to swing his big ass sword. And miss. That's a hard miss. Yeah. He basically threw it out and hit the boards next to you. He looks at you and he just kind of chuckles.
I just wink at him.
And then he crits you.
Cool. That's awesome.
He missed. It was a diversion.
Cool.
Pretty much.
How much damage am I taking?
Let's see here.
Wow, dude.
22 damage. Wait. 24 damage.
Doesn't seem to take all that. Wow, okay. Well, with my reaction, Wesley's going to kind of stumble back for a second
Yep.
and then immediately swing his mace and not make contact. And I'm going to use my Wrath of the Storm reaction.
Okay.
So he has to make a dex saving throw. That does not pass.
That does not pass.
So he immediately takes 2d8 lightning damage.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
That was not very cool. I didn't like that. 9. That's 9 lightning damage.
Okay. He takes it. He's smoking a little bit. He just got lit up, and he's like, just kind of standing there blinking like a Looney Tunes character. And then he just kind of gets himself back into it, readies himself, and he's like, that was good. Not enough. All right, let's see here. Who is next? Kane.
Yes. So Boss Man's traveling over in the water, right?
The ships are right next to each other.
Oh, so you just moved
so
him for
he
actual
basically just-
scale. So he's still on the ship.
He's still on the ship. He's just kind of swinging from his side of the ship, but he's about to step onto your guys' ship.
Okay, he's getting shot like a bitch. Net 20, baby! For a total of 29!
It hits.
Ooga booga, ooga booga, ooga booga, ooga booga.
Disadvantage.
In your dreams.
14 damage for the first shot, and it's
Man,
number 2's on its way.
I'm not.
Nice.
I'm not
25 to hit.
That hits.
Ooga booga, ooga booga.
I am feeling the ouch.
9 damage.
All right. How do you kill him?
Well, as you said he was getting ready to swing over.
Yeah, he's basically about to step on board.
So he's mid swing over, his foot's draped out, ready to, step on. And as his foot's getting ready to touch the railing, an arrow goes right in his foot. And it's, oh, what the hell? And then another one goes right in the chest, and he drops and hits his head on the banister, severing his neck.
Whoa.
Okay. I'll leave it at that. All right. He's Mr. Severed Head now. He's
Now
dead.
there's sharks in the water. We've chummed it.
No. All right. Let's see. That was Kane. Chris, you're up next.
Cool. Well, after he stole my kill.
Flawlessly.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Can I cast a 10-foot sphere to hit 7 and 4 without hitting Mike? Like if I cast it almost kind of like back here.
Finger.
Can you draw that out for me? Maybe like
I can
Like a shape?
try. Is that 10 foot?
if you draw shape and hold Alt. Yep.
Hold on. I didn't press Alt. I didn't know you could do that.
No,
Bear with me,
it's
please.
just a question.
Circle, hold Alt. That didn't do anything. Control, Shift. Oh, you mean Shift?
Oh well, because it says draw shape and it says hold Alt for circle ellipse. And I was like, oh okay.
Feel like I can. Right.
Yeah, that looks like it works.
Cool. And Wesley kind of claps his hands together and casts Shatter. So they have to make Constitution saving throws, I believe.
Yep.
Cool. Constitution saves.
What's the DC?
15.
All right. One guy passes, the other guy takes it.
Cool. They immediately, and I'm going to use my Channel Divinity. So instead of rolling for damage, it immediately does 24 thunder damage. So
On both of
one
them?
guy takes 12 and the other takes 24.
All right. Let's see. Here's 7 and 4. So number 4 there just gets obliterated, and his skull cracks open. You hear all his bones snapping. And number 7 is going to take
Nice.
12 damage. So he's pretty banged up, but he withstood it. He's a bit bigger.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
And then I'm going to move my spiritual weapon and attack. I think that's number 6.
Yeah, probably.
I can't touch my. I can't.
Oh yeah, hold on.
What'd you do to my spiritual weapon?
There you go. Try it now.
I still cannot. I go over and I smack number 6 with it.
I don't know why you can't move it. I don't know what happened.
Was a 20 hit.
Yes.
Cool. Man, I lost fucking spiritual weapon. Why did it move? I hate it here. And that's 8 damage. 8 force damage to 6. As the mace kind of clobbers him in the back of the head.
All right, he takes it. He's a little upset. He's kind of concussed. He's like, "What the hell?"
He has this magical floating coral mace just comes up behind him and go, bunk.
Bunk. All right, Lars. All right, so Lars is gonna step over. If I can select him and not Michael too. Oh, that's gonna be a pain. All right, Lars is going to step over to number 7 and try and finish him off. Alright. So those both hit. And we're just going to say, for the sake of simplicity, kills number 7. Probably would have done enough damage anyways. That's his turn. Let's see here. Number 6 are still alive. Believe it's Vox's turn. Alright, so Vox, he sees this guy stepping on his ship, and he's kind of upset. So he's going to go ahead and roll both of those. He nat 20 is one of them. Alright, not what I wanted to roll. Let's see here. 6. Oh yeah, he completely obliterates this guy. Cuts his head off too. Well, that remains as one last guy. And Michael, it goes to you.
Nice.
Just nice.
All right. We're gonna come up on the deck here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see that guy, the last guy, I'm assuming, and we're just gonna ignore him. We're gonna hop on the ship. You guys got things handled. I'm gonna start looting.
All right. You go to start looting. And it is at this point, I don't have any reference images, but basically, as the ships are right next to each other, giant tentacles come out of the sea, and you feel the water shifting and moving, and everybody kind of loses their balance, and they're all stepping around wondering what the hell's going on. And these tentacles grab hold of the ship from either side and kind of like starting to squeeze on it and tear it. And you see this monstrous beast just start to lift its head up out of the water. And Vox just calls, Kraken! And he's like, his eyes are wide.
No!
Everybody's kind of freaking out, doing it, whatever, and you're all starting to lose your footing. And it kind of squeezes enough to break the ships in half and starts thrashing everything around. And that's going to go ahead and be the end of combat because there's only one guy left. And that Kraken is going to go ahead and just disorientate you guys, knock you guys out, do whatever. And let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and clear the map. Because we're going to end up that you guys washed up ashore on the island. So I don't really have a map for this, but basically you guys all kind of wake up and you're still hurt from whatever happened. I'm not going to make you guys take any damage from that, but let's say just for the sake of role playing, you're all a little bit banged up, you got sand in your pockets. That's nice. Sand in your hair. And all I remember is that
Did I get a long rest from being knocked out?
No.
No,
Why?
So you guys wake up on this island, and you knew that you were fairly close to your destination. You weren't too far off, but it was kind of like a rough area because there's a bunch of islands in that area. And so Captain Vox just kind of had like some of them like, marked with like an X, just like, okay, let's go check these ones out. And so you can assume that you probably ended up on one of those islands, just because you were around there. You have no ship. You guys kind of wake up and you kind of find yourselves and you get your bearings a little bit. And, like Lars has his head like stuck in the sand. Captain Vox is hanging up in a tree. And Mike is cuddling his pig, just passed out on the ground.
God, I thought you were going to say dead.
Fucking dead. I got tired of playing him. He's now dead. He's gone. Say goodbye.
So we'll put Mike over here.
Everyone's having a...
Okay. You want to draw like some palm trees or something like that?
Give me a second. You might want to move Kid Named Finger real quick. I'm drawing in the sand.
Kid named Finger.
Kid named Finger. My name is Mike Hermantrow, a.k.a. Finger.
All right. So, yeah, those three are kind of just, like, still getting up. What do you guys do? You just woke up ashore.
Was there any coconuts?
There are coconut trees, yes.
I'm gonna stand up,
Stand.
grab a coconut, and crack it open, and cause I'm a ranger, so yeah, of course I would just have a straw. Just start drinking
Oh my
coconut
God.
water and just sit down in the sand. Well, we're dead. I'm not going to dead. I'm not going to dead. Going to die thirsty.
Dead.
Well,
I think we'll be fine. We can always eat Wesley.
You want to come over here and fucking try?
I don't have to try. I'll just wait until you sleep.
Okay. So the other three guys are starting to wake up. Lars finally gets his head out of the sand. Wakes up.
Oh, he had the ostrich position. He was the
Yeah.
one that has no undies.
Yeah.
He was spread eagle.
Pretty much. You got sand in there too.
Sandy cheeks.
Mike wakes up and so does his pig.
I wish there's a fucking fill button.
And Vox is also going to wake up and he's just kind of tumbling and he lands down on the ground and then gets his bearings and stands up. He goes, "Where the hell are we?"
We're dead.
Oh, okay. And he's also going to climb
go
up
back
the
to
tree
bed,
and
moron.
get a coconut. He's going to drink some coconut water too, and he's going to go and sit down next to the thermometer over there. He kind of stares out at the coast. And we'll say Mike, he kind of disappears for a little bit. And then you hear some grunting note out in the back a little bit. And then you hear the sound of something hitting the sand. And you guys
Pooped.
And you guys he pooped. All right. Yep, that's what he did. He pooped.
God damn it.
All right. You guys don't do anything else. There's just some silence for a bit.
I'm gonna sit and cast Cure Wounds on myself.
All right. Do
I'm
that.
not feeling after Wesley got carved up by the captain. Dickhead. Fuck that guy.
He didn't touch me.
You didn't touch me.
I touched him though.
Ooh.
Here. Lars is going to go ahead and start healing himself. He'll try to heal
Lars is
Mike.
healing himself?
He does have that ability, yes.
That's nuts.
Lars was a cleric.
Sure.
Paladin. One of the two.
Fine.
Either or, he'd have the ability to heal. I just
So-
wasn't paying attention to what he was.
Heals himself, he heals Captain Vox, he offers to heal Mike, but Mr. Finger over there denies it. Refused. And so you guys are kind of just sitting around waiting for something to happen. And finally Lars is kind of poking around, and so he picks up something on the ground, and it's like this shiny little piece of metal, and he holds it up and he goes, "Hark! I think I have found some treasure." And he holds
Lars,
it
you
out.
don't get out much, do you, buddy?
But look, it has he examines it a little bit. Engravings. Yes. That's it. And gems. And other stuff. And he keeps staring at it. And then, if any of you are paying attention, you can see that there is a rope that is thrown out. And it catches him on his foot and pulls him into the trees and the bushes. And he just goes, "Ah!" And there's some ruffling going on over there.
Did y'all see that?
The wart that was drawn for a moment, like the island grew a tumor.
Oh, no, I was talking in character.
Oh,
I'm doing my best to fucking draw a forest.
it's like you said that right as Michael fucking overshot the circle by half a mile.
No, I had my character sheet open, so I didn't even see it.
Turn around. Was it Mike that was taken or Lars?
Lars.
What? Oh, I didn't see anything. But even though he totally did.
He'll be fine.
All right, so the rest of you don't really investigate or do anything, and we'll say
No, I'll
about
walk over to the edge of the bushes, but I'm going to kind of keep an eye out and try to not get roped if that happens again.
so you kind of take a look. Do you want to roll either investigation or perception for me?
Can I sneak up behind him and do like
guess.
one of those playful fake pushes towards the
Oh my
bush?
god! And of course, to find stupid fucking Lars, I rolled a 19. So a 23 total with perception.
And are you still going to sneak up and try to push him?
I would
King?
like to.
Roll stealth.
You have to beat a 23, idiot.
But you weren't looking for me.
No, but I'm paying attention.
You said 23?
No way.
Get fucked, nerd. 24.
What? Oh my god.
All right, yeah. So, thermometer over there sneaks up on you, Chris, and you're like listening intently, looking everywhere, and you don't suspect that he might come up behind you, even though you're remaining fully alert.
Mhm.
And he kind of pushes you, and you stumble over, and you're like, "You son of a!" And then you get roped into the bushes.
Before I get roped, I want to cast Thorn Whip and try to wrap it around his ankle.
All right, roll to hit.
Oh my god.
What?
Dude.
Roll a hit.
Yeah, 15.
Cheater. No, armor class 16. Get fucked, nerd.
Damn it, bastard.
So you manage to shake off the thorn whip and like, "Ha, get fucked."
And then he just gets
then-
dragged
Third
away.
level Thunder Wave, and I'm gonna kill you.
Then you feel a sharp stabbing sensation, and you kind of just start to like black out. And Kane, you don't really notice anything. It's just kind of like silent for a few moments while there's some ruffling, and then, boom, and you just see there's a dart sticking out of your neck, and you start to feel woozy before you collapse.
I take the dart out before I fall and lick the tip. Ah, this again.
It tastes like oranges and coconut. Pretty awful concoction, actually.
I put the lime in the coconut. I drink it all up.
And then the rest of you guys sitting out there on the beach, you also get darts in your necks. And we're just going to go ahead and carry on to the next scene. Just to wrap this up, I want to get into the most fun part of this. So, let's say you guys kind of wake up, come to, and you're all sitting there in like this, almost like it is the middle of like the forest of like the island, but there are tons of people around you. You can tell from the way they're dressed and the way that they look that these are the natives of the island, and there is civilization here. But you guys are like kind of trapped inside this enclosure while they sit up there in like stands or whatever they do to watch. And it's just you six, and there's one guy sitting up there on like sort of like a throne, or like, you know, up higher than the rest of the people. He's wearing like the tribal headdress, and he's got like a staff. And you're not really sure what the hell is going on, but you can tell that you have been put here probably for their entertainment. And let's say that,
Oh boy, now we're definitely dead.
but you can tell that there is treasure everywhere, all around you. There's gems built into all like the walls, carvings. There's engravings. There's pieces of metal and trinkets. Everybody has something. There's just lots of shiny and flashing and all this stuff. And it's a decently sized like arena that you guys are in. And it's obvious that you guys were put here. You don't really know what for yet. But, I mean, they grouped you up all together. And you guys can see there's like some bones and stuff sticking around on the sides, whatever you'd want to do to describe like your typical arena. And so the king kind of like slams his staff down twice and puts his hand up. And everybody kind of like quiets down a little bit as he raises his voice and he goes, "Welcome to Treasure Island, you outlanders. You'll be
Oh, we made
pitted
it.
against each other. And we will see who comes out on top for entertainment. Whoever wins will be free and let go."
I can
The
show you a
others-
cool magic trick with someone's pants.
Is that magic trick where you're gonna find Lars's pants, or you're just gonna steal someone else's and
I
put
won't
them on
steal
Lars?
it. I don't
please,
need it.
Please, someone put pants on Lars.
Silence.
I'm pretty sure you caught a barnacle in between them cheeks on the way over here.
I did not.
Barnacle.
What is a barnacle?
Well, you
So-
see.
So the guy up top kind of goes, "You will play a game, one that we cherish and enjoy, and this one will ideally sort you out. It is called even ball." And so he holds up a skull, and everybody kind of cheers and roars and all that stuff. And he goes, "The goal is simple. Hold on to the ball longer than the other, and you will win. There's a time limit. Go." Throws it into the air, and you can tell that there are now guards surrounding him, and like on like all around like the arena. So if you guys don't participate, they might actually step in. You think you might be able to take them, but to be honest, they just want to see you compete.
How far away is the big ass king or whoever?
Also,
how
you should
intimidating
know,
is he, or is he just a big fat guy?
you should know that you guys have been removed of your weapons.
No!
Yep.
Cheater!
Yep.
Wait, that means we're not. Do we have our armor still?
They
No,
permitted
are
you
we
to have your
naked?
armor. They permitted you to have your armor.
Take off my shield.
Chris and Michael, you guys noticed that one of them painted a penis on Kane's forehead.
I'm gonna keep quiet.
Deserved.
And the whole time I'm looking very serious. Just like stone faced.
Yep. All right, so he throws the skull into the air and it kind of lands on the ground. And so Lars, Vox, and Mike, they eye it and they look at you guys. And I forgot to mention, like the king would have mentioned, like it's like a 3v3. So like they had you guys grouped up together.
yeah, I
in
thought this was
area.
every man for himself. I was like, what the fuck?
They grouped you guys up
Holy shit.
together in this arena, but they obviously placed 3 of you on either side. And so it's you 3 versus the 3 that you met. So Lars, Vox, and Mike. And so they eye the skull, and they don't really use reasoning that much because they're pirates. So they're gonna go ahead and start diving for the ball. And let's go ahead and
How tall
roll
is this?
some.
Okay, yeah.
Let's roll some initiatives just that we can keep
Yeah.
track of like who's doing
Yeah,
what.
no, I was just gonna ask, like, how tall is the chamber? Like, how
I'd say like 30 feet up high at least.
Cool. Okay.
So if you guys want to roll initiatives to see where you place in the turn order.
21.
Okay.
19.
4.
21.
4.
All right.
What are we
Kane is-
thinking, boys? Yeah, we're gonna kill them, right?
So Michael's 4,
Wait.
and Chris, you said what?
19.
Wait, so Kane, what did you get?
21.
21. There it is. All
Dude,
right.
gamers.
And then let me go ahead and
out of spell slots.
you roll their initiatives real quick.
I have 5
Did
of
I
them
have
I
a-
can give you.
Did I have a log rest when I was unconscious?
I'll give you a short rest.
I'll take that. Because then I can use a hit die to heal myself.
You're the one. All right, let's see here. Got
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna use my hit die to heal myself, so I'll take that. Got 7s on both them, so I'm back up to max. I was like, there you go, idiot. You shouldn't have given me that rest because now I'm at full HP and I'm a cleric, so get fucked. Your death comes now.
hold on.
Just a quick question. How
Yep.
close are the other 3 pirates, like, all kind of right next to each other still?
So yeah, I'd say they're about like 5 feet apart, and I'll just let you know that Vox will be going first.
Cheater.
Douchebag.
So basically, he kind of like he gets going first, and he's gonna make a run for the skull or the ball, and he's gonna nab it. Just to clarify on what the rules are, like out of character. I wrote it so you need to hold on to it for a total of 3 turns. So if Vox grabs it on his turn, he needs to keep it on his team and out of your
Does
guys'
it? Yeah.
hands.
See, does it count as a turn like at the beginning of their turn, or like how is this? Yeah.
So like anybody can grab the ball, but like
Uh-huh.
once you grab it, like it needs to stay on your side until it's your turn again. If it
Oh, okay.
switches
Gotcha.
hands, then you don't earn that turn.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so you need to just make 3 rounds of that, and then whoever gets the 3 wins.
Is there rules
Um,
against us just murdering all 3 of them?
I mean, you don't have weapons, but if you were to try and hurt them, like through magic or whatever, I'm sure
Mhm.
you could. It's
Okay.
just like they're they're pretty resilient. So I mean, if you really wanted to dedicate yourself to killing them, you could. But just because like
Fear tactic.
fear tactic and also
Getting
would
struck by lightning bolts isn't going to feel very fun. So
yeah, okay. I mean, if you want to, go for it. Otherwise you're kind of limited to your fists there. So
no,
all right,
fair
so
enough.
Vox is gonna go ahead and grab it. So that's the. Let's see here. If we were to actually place these guys on the board, let me draw them out real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah, like I'm assuming we're in just kind of a circular, like gladiatorial arena.
Yeah.
And
So,
okay, yeah, boys, don't worry, we got this. Easy.
so
We're gonna
if we-
figure out why Wesley's called Blunderbuss real quick.
And I just need to get these set up real quick.
Is this drawn to scale?
Sure.
Like 60 feet across almost,
About 60 feet across. Yeah, we'll say that.
and then it's shorter this way.
Sure.
Okay,
It's an oval.
Wanted to know, since I'm a spellcaster, I have range on my things.
Yeah, I figured that would help you. So that's why I'm doing it. And then, so yeah, the odd
Let me
ball,
make
or the
a odd
even ball. Odd ball. I didn't want to say that.
Oddball.
Let's go ahead and place it middle here. And
Kill the enemy team to score.
Kill the enemy team to score.
God damn it.
Yeah,
guys.
if y'all want to just go get the ball, Wesley's just gonna kill everybody.
There's no need to worry about that. Barkus is just gonna start kind of stretching, doing his limber routine.
We're about to show.
Where's
Can't I
the
keep reading your
third one? Where's
keep
Michael?
forgetting your character's name. It's Third.
Thermometer.
Thermond. That's what it was. Thermond.
Thermometer.
Oh, you need me to make my...
I would appreciate it. I mean, like right there.
Wesley's gonna show Thermond why you pray to a god.
All right, so
Meh.
bad. Ox, Kane, you're up
Meh.
next, and he's also gonna run.
So
about-
being a level 5 ranger, you would say I am pretty accurate with things, right?
Oh, I see what you're going for.
I would like to pick up some sort of item or rock or anything and be able to huck it at the skull and knock it out of his hand.
Yeah, I mean, let's say you pick up like a rib or a bone or something that's good for throwing like off the ground, or a rock. Go ahead and
I like to roll unarmed strike or something like that.
just roll like a d20 plus your dex mod.
D20 plus dex.
Yeah.
Okay, let me find where the... oh, fuck. I accidentally backed out the screen. I gotta re-roll the D20 1 second, because I lost
Yep.
the number that it was on. Plus dex, that'll be 22.
All right, so you throw it and you knock it out of his hands, and it kind of tumbles onto the ground. We'll say it's another 5 feet away from him. So his hands get loose. He looks down. He's like, "Oh!" He does the whole oh, like the
Like bar of soap slipping in your hands, going
Lockjaw.
like,
lockjaw. Drops to his knees and falls over. Yeah, so that sort of thing. Let's see here. Do you move at all, or is that it for your turn?
I have 2 actions per turn, so...
throwing
Well,
the rock.
you have 2 attacks, right?
Oh, 2 attacks. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. So I'm going to put me about here.
Just for clarification, Mike and
So Mike's the blue and Lars is
right, and Mike and Lars were melee fighters, right?
Yep.
Basically, I want to use my second attack to try to, like, push him down.
Okay, then you can make a shove.
Let me just do strength check, or do you want
I
me to do
think-
unarmed strike?
I think for shove. Make a athletics check.
Athletics check? Okay, sure can do. That's going to be a 13.
All right, well he fails because he rolled a 3.
Yes.
Because he rolled a 3.
All right, so he gets knocked prone. Are you gonna shove him, like say, shove him back 5 feet, or
Yeah, shove him back 5 feet.
Kick
get him away from
sand
the
in his
ball. And that's
eye.
all I can do.
like this way or this way?
Ooh.
Yeah, towards Mike.
Yeah, push him towards Mike.
Okay. All right.
Could he like push him into Mike almost? And, like topple
Well,
him
Mike's over here.
Or fucking what's the
Or
green one?
Lars.
Lars.
If that's Lars.
Lars, that's what it was.
I'm gonna say that Lars just is like another 5 feet away. So
Gotcha.
no.
Well, I would say either way no, because it wasn't like an outstanding push.
No.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Chris, your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna back up to the edge of the arena, and then Wesley's gonna kind of kneel down and put his hands together, and over the entire battlefield, about 15 feet in the air or so, just storm clouds begin swirling from the middle of the arena all the way outwards. Little bolts of lightning throughout, thunder cracks, and is going to cast the spell Call Lightning.
All right.
And as his action, he channels a bolt of lightning into this space. Every creature 5 feet from that needs to make a con save.
This space.
Yes, dex save.
So between
Sorry.
Lars and
So Mike and Lars have to make dex saves.
they have to make dex saves. Okay.
Dex saves.
Let's see here. Lars is gonna get a 15. And let's see. Mike is gonna get a 13.
Okay. DC is 15.
Okay,
So
Lars
that's-
passed.
Yep, Lars passes. Mike fails. I'm going to use my channel divinity to max out the damage die, so that's 30 lightning damage.
All right, so Lars will take
Jeez.
half of that, right?
Yep, he would take half, so 15.
So 15. Okay.
15 lightning damage, and then Mike takes 30.
Mike has resistance actually to lightning damage.
To lightning damage? What?
What a beast!
I
It's
can't
Mike
let this game
Airman
up.
Trout.
I can't believe this came up, but I made him Barbarian Path of the Storm Herald.
What?
And
Bastard.
he chose Storm Soul, which gains resistance to lightning damage.
What a beast!
God damn.
That's
right.
finger for you.
That's finger for you. Damn. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
so
No,
he
that's-
just kind of eats it.
That's,
and he
well,
looks
I
at
was
you
told
and he goes,
15 lightning.
Ah!
Yeah.
Where that came from,
Why?
bitch.
He just kind of narrows his eyes. Please.
Please.
All right. Yeah. And that's I was gonna cast spiritual weapon, but I realized it's a second level spell. I don't have any fucking slots. Oh no! Wait. No! Wait. Yeah, I'm just gonna cast it at 3rd level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spiritual weapon.
Yep.
So your
spiritual
fist.
weapon. So no, it can be my mace again. It doesn't have to be like it's just my mace again. I'm just like
okay.
holding my hands, like I'm holding an invisible mace.
Okay. You playing pretend.
And
I see.
yeah,
Child.
and I'm gonna summon that out between them. So I'm gonna just summon the mace. I gotta draw it so I can keep track of it, because otherwise I'm a moron. Oh, that is the same color as Kane. Whoops. Fuck it. This and it was Mike who fucking looked at me and screamed, right?
Yep.
I'm clobbering Mike with it. That's a 26 to hit.
All right, you hit.
Yeah, eat that, dickhead.
What kind of damage type is that?
Fuck you. It's force.
All right, and how much damage?
8 force.
8 force. All right, he takes it.
Bitch.
Okay. Just
I hope
taking a
nothing
look
else
here.
comes up that uses level 3 slots because I am out. That's it.
So, question for you: is there anything that can get rid of that spiritual weapon,
No.
or does it just kind of stick around?
Yeah, it just it's a minute. And
Okay.
It's not concentration either. It's just there.
Okay. So
Yeah.
the skull is knocked out of Fox's hands, and we switch over to. Let's take a look who's next on the list. All right, so it's Mike's turn, and he's pissed, understandably. Let's go ahead and try and get him over. Let's see, where is the measuring table?
Michael, get him.
Oh, I will.
Okay, so he's got enough movement to run up to you. And he's going to be within range of Michael, so he doesn't proc attack of opportunity.
Point.
Let's see here. He's got his fists, so what he's going to do is he's just going to try and, like, grapple you and, like, basically try to start choking you. And then once he can grapple you. So, let's see here. I think you need to roll athletics back.
Okay. What'd you roll?
That is a total of 23. Wait, no. 26.
I got a 6.
Oh, so you were caught completely off guard. And
I had
so-
my eyes closed because I was praying.
So you just hear, "Come here!" And you open your eyes. You're like, "Ah!" And he basically puts his small, like, like, proportionally they're like muscular, but like they're very small because he's a halfling. So like he pulls you in somehow, and he's just like able to bring you down to your knees and like start like grapple you and like start choking you. He's not going to deal any damage this round, but he is grappling you. So I don't know if that breaks concentration and spiritual weapon or anything like that, or
I wouldn't say so. You break concentration with damage. So I would say so far I'm still conscious.
I know. Okay,
He has begun to choke me out, I would say. Yeah, it would make sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
Okay.
if I can't get rid of him, he's probably going to choke me out.
Okay. So there's that. Next is Lars. Let's
I don't
see.
know.
So Lars is going to go ahead and use
Wait, does
Channel
Mike have
Divinity.
Does Mike have his pig still?
The pig is one of the bystanders.
Of course it is.
It's got a thing of cotton candy and it's got the tribal markings on its face, like a tourist,
It was a spy all along.
right? Lars is going to go ahead and use his Channel Divinity feature to use Peerless Athlete. So you see him like start become surrounded by like a golden mist as he gets like all big and buff, and he's gonna run over, pick up the ball, and then see Kane, and he's gonna try and just shove him to knock him prone. So Kane, if you want to make like either athletics or acrobatics to contest. You're gonna have to beat
29.
a nat 20 for a total of 27.
Dude, you're gonna be pissed.
Oh,
What'd
no
you do?
way.
A nat 1.
Oh. I thought you were about to say you nat 20. I was like, no fucking shot. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so he's gonna go ahead and shove you back 5 feet, and you get knocked prone.
So he kind of runs up to me, and I just kind of like, no hard feelings, right? And then
No hard feelings, right?
like a fucking kindergarten bully.
just shoves me. It's my turn at the playground.
My toy. And then he's gonna go ahead. Let's see, 5, 10. Let's use the rest of his movement to get him moving. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 20, 25, 30. Yep, we'll put him here. So he's got the ball, and he's basically like a football tackler. He's got like his hand out. He's like tucking it into his arm, and he's like looking around to see what's going to come after him next. And Michael, it's your turn.
Good. This is the other halfling right here, right?
Mm-hmm. He's
Good.
fucking tackled me.
Good. We're gonna.
What are you about to do to him?
Because he's choking you out on the ground, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look down at him and I'm gonna say, "Why don't you pick on somebody your own size?" And we're just.
I wonder how long you've been brewing that one up.
We're just gonna start nailing him in the fucking mouth.
All right.
How long's he been doing that one the
I've
whole
raged.
fucking game? He's been waiting to fight this halfling since he saw him.
So 23 to hit.
That hits.
Take finger down.
All right.
Get him, please.
So that's 8 damage.
All right. Okay. See, bludgeoning damage. So he's gonna take 4.
And then my next attack to hit. There's a 13 hit.
No.
Okay, don't worry about that. Relentless attack is a magical thing because that's a crit.
Okay.
Get
So
him.
that was a 28 to hit.
All right.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
hit him. In your
So
dreams.
Now your
that's
bludgeoning's doubled,
that's an-
dude.
yeah, that's that's a magical 16 damage to his fucking mouth.
Is that halved already?
No, that is you'll have
You
to-
think he
Alright.
did 32 damage with a punch?
no.
I don't know. I have to ask with
Yes.
Michael these
Yeah,
sort of things.
no, yeah, totally, yeah. Yeah,
It's a very good point.
what?
He can
Yeah,
make
he did.
something up out of his ass, dude.
He did 32 damage in a strike. He has levels in monk. Didn't you know that? He's a 5th level
I
barbarian,
fucking
5th level monk.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I'm just gonna start wailing on him.
Yeah. Does he let go of his grasp on my neck after getting punched in the face?
I don't know if that breaks a grapple. Let me look this up real quick. No, it has to be somebody pries you free or stops the grapple. But he does take it. That is damage.
Damage.
I can certainly verify that.
I can verify that it is indeed damage.
All right, let's see here. Captain Vox is going to go ahead and see here. He's going to try and run up and punch Kane.
Punch.
Does a 10 hit?
No, nerd.
Nerd.
All right, well, he's going to go ahead and run away anyways because
Hey, provokes.
he has fancy footwork, which means he can make a melee attack and still you can't make an opportunity attack against him.
I'm going to anyway,
You cannot.
but I said so.
Shut up. All right.
Damn it! I was gonna grab his foot and trip him.
So let's see here. That was 5, 10, 15. So if we go ahead and he's going to take the ball here and use his bonus action for dash action. And let's see here. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. And that would have to be it. It doubles his movement.
Oh, he moved. I thought he just chucked it. I was like, what the fuck?
No, he's just gonna grab it and he's gonna run to the other side.
That's fine.
All right. Let's see here. All right, Kane, it's your turn.
That
Kane
asshole.
tried to throw a punch at you, missed, and he said, "Tee," and then you ran off.
T.
All right. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna pick up the rock again and do the same thing.
All right, make the same roll.
Yes, I don't remember when it was.
D20 plus Dex.
Damn, dude, yeah.
Do it again. Good roll. Good roll.
Sprint all the way over there and fucking wham.
18.
All right. Let's see here. Let's see if we can have him do a Dex save. Okay. His Dex save matches your throw. So what happens is that I think if it matches, it just still fall out.
I think so, yeah, because it's the same thing as like armor class. So even if you match it, you still hit.
Okay. So that's gonna get knocked out over here.
No. Oh, why over there, you cheater?
What? You knocked it out of his hands. It's gonna fall forward.
Yeah, but he was facing me.
Was he really?
It could be
He was
there.
running this way.
No, you should put it there.
He was
You
running
should put it
backwards.
behind him, which is even worse for Kane. Makes more sense for it to be there.
Fine. Yeah. We'll say you hit him at this angle, right? So
Yeah.
you got an opening, right? And knocked it out on the other side.
Okay,
That's what you get for pushing me.
can I pick up a rock and throw it at Chris?
I'm getting choked.
Yes,
You
can.
do not break concentration on this spell, please. Don't do it.
it.
I beg.
Do it.
I beg you, please.
Do it. Do it now.
Oh man.
No, I'm going to,
Oh.
can I, Mr. DM, pleading to your innocence and your absolute freaking vascular muscles, do an acrobatics to basically dance to get over to the ball, not pick it up, but get to it.
Do a little
I hope
jig.
you nat one.
Roll with disadvantage.
No, cheater.
Dude, this shouldn't even be allowed. What are you talking about?
I will channel all my bad luck to you, Kane, so that you nat one.
Gonna channel
Ooh,
divinity.
ooh, let's get it. Let's get it. That's a 3.
Close
All right,
enough.
you backflip backwards and hit the magic weapon. Take 1 bludgeoning damage.
Bro, no, not the magic weapon.
Why do I look like an imposter?
Shut up.
And that's all I'm
God.
gonna do.
All right, Chris, it's your turn. You're currently getting choked out.
I've been bludgeoned.
You haven't been dealt damage yet, so I guess your concentration hasn't been broken yet, but you're
Yeah.
not able to physically move.
Yeah, you're right.
Are you gonna try
Is
and
it gonna be
break
an
out?
action to break the grapple?
It is.
I'm just gonna cast lightning bolt again. I'm
Okay.
fucking targeting stupid ass over here.
This guy?
No, this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot Kane with lightning. No,
Like, do it.
psychopath.
Do it. He's going to throw a rock at you.
No, I'm gonna shoot him with lightning. It's a
God damn it,
deck
Michael.
save.
All right, deck save. Let's see here. What's the DC?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
It's 15, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he passes and he takes no damage.
He takes no damage.
He is a rogue, so he has evasion.
He's getting clubbed now. Does a 17 hit? There's
Yes.
No way. I was like, there's no way. Ooh, that's motherfucking 12 force damage right in the face as the
All right.
mace comes over and just
He takes
right across
half.
the jaw. He
Uncanny dodge at 5th level. When you see an attack that hits you, you can use a reaction to have the damage as attack. So that's a total of, let's see here, 59. Okay.
It was 12 damage at 6.
Yep.
I like
Oh, I
that
thought you
last
just
one.
opened a calculator. I thought I heard you typing your keyboard to calculate it. I was like,
No, I was changing his health.
Oh, gotcha. That makes sense.
All right. And move over to Mike. And since he's got you in a grapple, he's going to start choking you now. All right, let's do D6 for suffocation damage.
Oh, so I have to beat a 2
Uh,
concentration.
Let's see here. We had +4. Okay, so you take 10 bludgeoning damage or whatever from being suffocated.
You get an addition to suffocation damage?
I'm just
not
like, if he
even
has you in a grapple and he's pulling on your neck, wouldn't you add your strength? That would make sense, wouldn't it?
I
Makes
no.
sense to me.
The
No, 'cause
rules
I'm running out
for
of oxygen.
suffocation are like if they can't break the grapple after so many turns, they suffocate, and suffocation is, I think, instant death.
Yeah, so like is he punching me or is he just like trying to suffocate me?
Then I guess we'll say he's gonna punch you.
Okay.
Because if he's grappling him, like holding him down and punching him, then he's taking bludgeoning. But if he's sitting there
I
just
mean,
choking him
I was
out,
like, wait, I'm just immediately already dying. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa. I was
Yeah,
like, huh?
that makes a bit more sense, I
because I
suppose.
think
I
by
was like,
5e
damn, bro.
rules,
I was
and I
like, fuck.
could be very wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure it's like there is no unconsciousness for suffocation. It's just straight death if you don't get
All
there.
right, you take 8 damage.
Gotcha.
And then you need to like roll for your concentration.
Yeah, I
right?
have to beat a 10. 10 or half the damage I took. So you said I took 8?
Yes.
Yeah, so I have to beat a DC 10 con save,
Okay.
which I do. I got a 12 on the die.
Okay.
Uh,
Um.
just scared me. You were like, yeah, and you stopped breathing. I was like, I do? What? Not already.
I was like, I don't know. I was just making it up.
I never tried to choke
Listen,
somebody out
salty
before,
guy.
so I was like, I don't know.
Michael,
Howdy, hey.
can you make a? Actually, Chris, if I have you grappled, you shouldn't be able to make dex saves, right?
Probably not, no.
Yeah. All right. You're gonna end up taking 3 points of lightning damage. Because his ability, Storm Aura, says he can choose a creature within 10 feet of him to make a dex saving throw, and they take 1d6 lightning damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. Since you cannot make a save at all, you just take the 1d6.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Took it, and I passed my save with a 19.
All right.
Keep concentration.
Lars, let's see what he's up to. So you pass it off, and now he's pissed that it got knocked off
Lars
Vox's
is
hand
also
again.
going to come over and start trying to choke me out.
Just
He's
keep
gonna
knocking the ball.
fuck the
out of his
cleric.
hand.
5,
Get him.
10, 15. He's gonna go over and try to grapple Michael.
I really thought you were walking him over here to grab me. I was like, no fucking way.
Yeah,
I
they're
was
gonna
like,
play tug of war with your body.
yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
All right. Let's
Wonder
see.
if I'll roll against the.
So his check is a 21.
Okay, what do you want me to roll against it?
You can either roll athletics or acrobatics.
I'll roll athletics.
Yep.
That is a 22.
All right, so he goes to grapple you, and he underestimates your strength, and you kind of break free, and you go, "Ah!" And he goes, "Ah!" And you both kind of just scream at each other for a few seconds. Like two strong men just going at it.
Two
So he's
steroid junkies that meet at a gym.
pretty much. Okay, and so that's his turn. And Michael, it's your turn.
All right. After just trying to be manhandled, I'm going to start punching the first thing that's in front of me, which is Mike. So we're just going to start pummeling his mouth in again,
All right.
which does a 23 hit.
Yes.
So that would be 8 damage. You'll have to have it to 4.
Okay.
And then we will try to hit again. Does a 12 hit?
No.
No. Even though is he technically prone?
I don't think so, because he's...
If he's, I don't know. He's a
I don't-
halfling. Don't know if that matters, but
I mean, he doesn't
He's made
have to
fun
be
of his
prone.
race.
He brought Chris's character down to his knees so he could start grappling him and choking him. And
I
he's
guess
standing
just
at full
kinda
height. 'Cause he's-
Standing, so
yeah, because he's 2.5 feet basically. So
Yeah.
you guys are at equal
2.5
height.
feet. He is pretty small, isn't he?
okay.
Yeah. All right, so you hit him. We're gonna go back to Vox, and so he's gonna nab the skull again. And let's see here. Vox is gonna go ahead and pick up the same rock that knocked it out of his hands. Turn to Kane, and he's gonna try and throw it at him to hit him in the head.
I catch it.
Well, how
Nice.
low he rolled, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, you might. Yeah.
Can I say I catch it and then I could just throw it back?
Yeah. If you're a monk.
Oh, I forgot about my reaction, dude.
If I'm a monk?
Yeah. Deflect missiles.
Well, no, I can just catch it and then it's my turn next.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. I was like, if you use your reaction, like, no, that's not how that
Hey.
works.
Hey, DM.
Hmm. Too late.
sharded.
Just to, okay.
What happened?
No, I just had a reaction attack when he punched me in the face that I completely forgot about, but never mind.
Don't worry, you'll get to use it next time.
But I don't want him to punch me again. I'd like to avoid that if possible.
I know. All right, we're gonna say he does.
If he rolled so low in his ability check, does that mean he accidentally threw the skull at me?
Imagine just. Wait a minute.
No, he's got
That'd be funny.
he's got a high enough modifier. He's
Yeah, he's not stupid,
not that stupid.
unfortunately.
He's only
And my character doesn't realize it and throws it back.
All right. He's gonna actually run towards you. Well, yeah. 10, 15. And he's gonna insult you. He's gonna say, "Your throws are petty." And that's his turn. Your turn.
All right, I'm going to step in front of him. And how's he standing?
He's got like the skull kind of like tucked into his arm. And he's kind of like ready, to like do anything.
And I'm going to say, well, my throws are better than yours, and just reach and try to grab the skull and like try to do a game of tug of war with it to get it out of his hands.
All right, just make a strength check.
Mine.
You have to beat a DC of.
God said it's my turn with
20.
the ball.
Oh. Damn, 19!
He rolled 1 point higher. Oh my god, dude. So you sitting there playing tug of war.
I'm unarmed strike slap him.
He slaps you back.
I rolled a 5
For what?
for my unarmed strike to slap him. It was my second action, my second attack.
Oh, well, it misses because you are.
No shit.
Yeah, yep. It misses. Just so you know. All right. So he's able to kind of hold on to it still. Chris, it's your turn.
I try to kiss him on the cheek.
Whoa. That's fucking sus.
Why?
Just to throw him off.
Nice.
Can I use my spiritual weapon to try to knock the skull out of his hand, since now he's not paying attention to it? What?
Yeah. What? Sorry, I just.
What the fuck? Well, hey.
They're fucking zombie in there.
Because
That's
of the
a
pictures you just posted, Kane. I just checked
26.
back under Repulsive and I saw a literal piece of feces, and I'm just.
No, that's a vegan burger.
Yeah.
It's a 26 to knock the thing to.
What are you doing?
I'm hitting like his, because he's holding the skull, and I'm just gonna like smash him in the wrist with my spiritual weapon. because now he's not looking at the weapon; he's looking at Gain.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled the
You're gonna
26.
hit him in the wrist.
What is that?
Is that?
Oh, I thought that was you. I was like, Jesse, what is that?
All right.
26, and then do you want me to roll damage, or it just gets knocked out of his hand?
Roll damage for me. I'll have him make a concentration.
Concentrate. Oh, I thought you were telling me to.
No, I'll
5
have
damage.
him. He matches it. Barely. He rolled a 2 and has a con modifier of 3.
Oh, I thought you meant he was making a save against the 26. I was like, he didn't almost get shit. I was confused, and then I'm like, oh, I understand. I see what you did there.
Yes. Oh, he's hurt. He's like, ow, motherfucker.
Did he drop the rock?
No, because at this point I think he's able to get the upper hand on Kane, so he pulls the skull back, but like he got hurt. Is that like 5 damage?
Yeah.
Alright.
Then my action,
Oh yeah,
Michael, you're at full HP, right?
Yes,
I'm casting Thunderwave in this dude's face.
that's fine.
I was like, I need to get rid of him because now he's bothering
Is
me.
that a deck save?
It's a con save.
Con
Yep.
save.
So all of them actually, all 3 of these motherfuckers have to make con saves.
Who?
Mike, Lars, and Michael.
Alright.
That's a
Have to make con
26.
save. You pass, but you'll take half damage.
And then I'll take half damage again because I'm a bear totem, so
Cool.
I'll just quarter whatever it is.
So Mike passes.
Mike
And Lars-
passes, bro. What the fuck?
Lars fails.
Okay, well, still taking thunder damage. Lars gets pushed back 10 feet.
Okay. How much damage did they take?
They take 14, so I guess, yeah, 14 thunder damage.
That's halved.
No, that's not halved.
Okay, so 7, and then what's 7 halved?
4.
4. Okay.
Mike's hurt, but he's clinging on to dear life.
Oh my god, dude. He
He's,
just won't let go of me.
he's not doing too hot, but he's
Cast
not letting
fucking
go.
Thunderwave, like pressed my palm against his forehead and cast
Yep.
Thunderwave, and he just
Yep.
makes grunting noises at me. I'm like, dude, get the fuck away from me. Oh man.
Finger.
Ow.
That's finger.
Finger. Everybody loves finger.
Bunger.
Alright, let's see here. After Chris, it is Mike. Alright.
Oh my god.
Let's see here.
Fuck you. Punch me in the face again.
Let's see here. He's gonna go ahead and yeah, we'll just have him punch you in the face. I don't have anything creative.
Dick.
Yeah,
He's running out of things.
I don't have anything else better for him to do, honestly.
How do you know that he hit me?
Okay, well, what's your AC?
16.
Okay, he hit you. You rolled a 19.
But you didn't even ask.
Listen, if I... No.
I wanted to
No.
feel validated.
Fine. Next time I will.
Cool.
Look, it'll matter. He's probably gonna die next. Let's see here.
He's touching me inappropriately.
Alright, go ahead and take 9 damage. And I'll roll to have him punch you again.
Oh my god, that was 9 for a one strike.
And he misses.
Oh! Because he punched me, I'm going to use my Wrath of the Storm. So, because he punches me, I punch him, but I kind of stop an inch from his face, and he has to make a dex save.
Okay, I'll have him do that. He gets a 16.
rolled max, so that's 16 thunder damage.
All right, he is finally knocked out. He
knocked
slumps
out.
over, and he gets blown away. So let's say he lands 5 feet away, and he loses the grapple. Yes, he goes unconscious.
Hey.
He was hurt bad. All right.
He's only unconscious?
I mean, if
He
you
tried
really-
to choke me out.
Oh, don't you worry.
He was raging. He was going for blood. I don't think I held back.
We see
Wesley was getting choked out. I think Wesley killed him.
he's
to be
currently behind me right now, so don't worry, Chris. I'll be taking care of that.
No, it's fine.
I was like, okay.
If
I
anything,
guess.
he is a raging barbarian, so yeah, I probably did just knock him out. But the fact that he's not touching me anymore is good. Big fan. Big fan, no cap.
Now, we also could go and help Kane, but... Kane
Man,
got
I thought my
handled.
fucking big bad level 3 lightning spell was gonna be better than it was. I didn't know one of them was a goddamn rogue and the other was a lightning totem fucking barbarian. Like, fuck.
5, 10, 15, 20. He's gonna come over and he's gonna punch you.
I thought you were about to say he grapples me. I'm like, no way.
He grapples you.
Way, dude.
Um,
I was like, no shot. He comes over here and grapples me.
you said your AC was 16?
Yeah.
All right, so one of those hits, and he's
Yeah.
gonna smite you.
He's gonna. Doesn't smite require a weapon attack?
Melee weapon is a weapon attack.
He has
Unarmed?
a melee weapon?
His fists.
No,
Trust me.
that's unarmed.
That's an unarmed.
Yeah,
That's right.
unarmed attack counts as a weapon attack.
It just
the
counts
sake
as
of-
a melee attack.
It counts as an attack for the sake of smite. Like I
Oh,
looked
does
into it.
I've never played a paladin. I just know that there's certain spells.
They
interact
had like a
with
whole
unarmed
debate
strikes?
about it. It's like for the it's like can paladins smite with fists, right?
Gotcha. Yeah, I just didn't know. I was like, there's spells that like you technically can't make because it's not a weapon attack. Unarmed strike is.
Don't require a weapon, they only require a melee weapon attack, which means unarmed strikes can be used when using divine smite because it's a melee weapon attack.
Gotcha. That's really cool. But
Because
ouch.
of the type of attack and not the type of weapon.
Right. He's.
I don't know. It's kind of one of those things where it's like it goes back and forth, but that's about where I'm at with that.
Gotcha. Okay. Makes sense.
Okay. So he's gonna go ahead and smite. Let's get
Cannot believe he's gonna walk over here and fucking smite the cleric. How fucking dare you?
so let's see here. 9 plus 8, so 17. He deals 17 damage to you.
Okay. 17 halved is what?
Oh, you get to have it?
No. I for the concentration.
17 halved would be like
9.
9. Yeah.
9, so it's still DC 10. Which
Yep.
I do pass. Oh my god, by
Alright.
like 1. I got an 11.
Yeast.
I
All
haven't
right.
even been able to use the spell, so shut up. At this point, I'm concentrating on it, so I have it.
Michael, it's your turn.
Actually, oh no, I used my reaction. Never mind.
So if I go here, would that be flanking?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can guess what we're gonna do. I was gonna ask if I could pick up Mike's body and use that as a weapon, but
Yikes. He is pretty small. Well, I guess you're both small. So
yeah, but I also have the god tier strength, so
nice.
we'll just start punching this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like how we forced this is an objective based game mode. Like we're all currently FPS players because this is an
25
objective based game mode and we're all fighting over here and only 2 people are actually playing the objective. One of them being
25 hits, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kane, I'm glad you're
Your
able to hold down the fort.
8 damage.
Thanks, buddy.
And then
Mhm.
that is a nat 20. So he gets crit.
Mhm.
So that's 8 damage, 16 damage.
Okay. All right. So basically, since we're back at the top of the turn order, we're going to go ahead and top it off here with Vox was able to hold on to it for one whole turn. So say he's given a point, and the crowd cheers and all that stuff, and it's like
asshole.
it seems like everybody's pretty appeased, and then all of a sudden, you guys feel the ground shaking once again. Pretty familiar to what happened earlier.
Bruh.
And a kraken comes out of the sand.
You guys see like you hear screams all around you guys, and then like everybody's starting to leave like the stadium or whatever, and you see that like half of that stadium just gets crushed by like a giant tentacle and like slides across the sand and grass. And you can see out on the coast, because you guys aren't too far from the coast, and this thing's pretty big. You can see out on the coast that this thing is starting to tear up the island. Like now it's chasing you. And you can see it's grabbing onto like the pieces that have like all the trinkets and like the metals and all that stuff. It looks like it's grabbing all the treasure and trying to put it together and drag it out to sea. And so it's kind of causing a lot of chaos, and you guys are actually able to get away at this point. And it's just whatever, and I think that's pretty much a good place to stop, because at this point, I mean,
The
most of you
kraken
guys are pretty
spec into
hurt.
rogue.
The Kraken spec into rogue, yeah.
The Kraken spec into rogue. You got sneak attack.
I don't know if we're really planning on picking this back up again, because I think we said it was a one shot. So I just wanted to
We'll
say,
see.
top it off with like the Kraken came in and invaded and kind of ruined the whole place. So if we ever come back to it, we'll figure something out. But that pretty much tops it off there, I think.
Yeah.
Don't want to drag it on too long.
A grand total of 4 damage out of my 65 health.
I'm
One
at
damage out
one.
of my 34.
I'm at 1
Jeez,
Out of
really? I was that
39.
close?
out of
No.
39. Yeah.
I get my bow
No.
back and shoot him.
As is tradition on the podcast,
I'm casting
we
lightning on your head.
can't go a single episode without a cheese fact.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
that's right. You thought I forgot.
No.
But instead, because this is a pirate-themed one-shot, guess what? I've got pirate ship cheese facts for you. Did you know that the earliest 18th century cheese favored on ships for the British Navy was Suffolk cheese? However, there were multiple accounts of people saying that it was better used for things like wheels for wheelbarrows, and that if there were rats on a boat, it would saw through everything but the cheese. That's because this cheese was basically the hardtack of cheeses. It was called Suffolk cheese.
Wow.
I'm rolling a death save. I got a 3.
You
I'm
failed.
taking 200 points of psychic damage.
There you go. Yeah.
Sorry for cutting it off so abruptly, but I just didn't want to drag it on too long for you guys. I had a bit more planned for that, but I wanted to kind of make it fun and throw in something. I didn't mean for it to devolve into combat, but there you go. You guys had at it.
Pirates.
So. Pirates. So hopefully that wasn't too boring or too slow, but I tried to keep it moving.
And I
It
got my
was
cheese
good.
fact in.
I did get to do cool lightning things.